the early 1980s, a talented musician named Abby Conant was ready to take on the world. It was an exciting time for her. She had been playing the trombone for most of her life and now felt ready to join Europe's most prestigious orchestras. There were 11 orchestra openings throughout Europe in the summer of 1980, and Conant applied to all of them, but only one replied to her request. The Munich Philharmonic Orchestra responded to 33 candidates with an invitation to play in front of their selection committee. The orchestra at the time was trying to sort through a conflict of interest case. A member's son had applied for an open position, and the committee wanted some form of objectivity in the selection process to be fair to the other members. So they made the first round of auditions blind. Conant was number 16, and she chose to play Constantino by Ferdinand David. The performance was almost perfect, but Conant missed one note, and she was completely bummed. She believed that at this high level of playing, one missed note was disastrous. Feeling frustrated and discouraged, she walked backstage and started packing her bags. But the selection committee saw it differently. They loved the performance. "That's who we want," Philharmonic's music director cried out. In fact, they loved Conant's performance so much they didn't bother listening to anyone else and sent the remaining 16 candidates packing. Someone rushed backstage and brought Conant before the committee. When Conant stepped out in front of the screen, the judges were floored. They were not expecting to see what they saw. They were expecting Herr Conant, and they called Frau Conant. They were expecting a man because they did not believe women were capable of playing the trombone. They did not believe women had the lung capacity for it. The trombone was not a feminine instrument like the violin, but the first impression weighed so heavily on the judges, they were now able to associate Conant with the winning performance. She easily went on to win the other 2 rounds. Because of the blind audition, Conant was able to break through deep-rooted prejudices the judges may not have known they had. Conant was helped by the screen, and the screen eventually became more widely used in orchestra auditions. Then a strange thing happened. More and more women started playing non-feminine instruments in Europe's most esteemed orchestras. The Ahema Project is about exactly this. It's a look at women who break into traditionally male-dominated fields. It's about their drive, their passion against adversity, and their struggles for a balance between work and femininity. The Ahema Project, Beauty and the Brawn, is a weekly program that will look at the lives of 3 women per episode in hopes of discovering what inspires them and keeps them going. We will look at how they decided to get into their respective fields, who their role models may have been, and what keeps them driven. We will also look at some historical achievements of women in traditionally male-dominated industries. What was it like for the first woman doctor, the first woman engineer, the first woman police officer? How did they overcome and persevere? This show aims to recognize the value and contribution of women in our society. Join us in this journey of discovery.